What is going on, Knights of Vex? I hope you guys are all having a phenomenal start to your week because we have quite a bit to talk about today with the conclusion of the Andor era and the final marquee release tomorrow being KX Security Droid. As much fun as the Andor era has been for the most part, it was definitely not as exciting as the previous one and kind of lost a lot of attention for Galaxy of Heroes from what I've seen in the community. A lot of players have left. I've been tagged and I've seen a bunch of comments saying, what do you think is coming next? This era was kind of meh for me. And with the whole thing with Coliseum and not being able to perform as well without having a leader and stuff like that, it was not the best era I've seen so far. So we need to speculate to what is coming next. So, TLDR, I've been tagged in many posts in my Discord, and I've also seen a Reddit post talking about an upcoming icon change to Galaxy of Heroes that's currently slotted in the Google Play Store, and I'm pretty sure it's coming to Apple very shortly. But there's a new app icon for Galaxy of Heroes, and I think it's going to line up perfectly with what is coming next in Star Wars with current affairs. So if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the current app icon change is none other than the Mandalorian and Grogu. They are now front and center for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes on the App Store, and I'm thinking that this is indicating something that's coming next. And like I said earlier, this does not mean that everything that is currently on the app icon is going to reflect what's in-game or current affairs, but I think with the release of the brand new Mando and Grogu movie, as well as May the 4th coming, I think it is setting breadcrumbs of stuff that is coming next. Now, here's the thing. The last time that we had an app icon that reached, or we had something that was current affairs that was coming out with, a TV show or movies that was in-game was, I believe, the brand new Bad Batch for Bad Batch Season 2. I'm pretty sure that was aligned just with the TV scheduled release, and that was the last time we had that. For now, Mandalorian and Grogu movie is coming out. It's going to be a really important month for Galaxy of Heroes to attract new players and making sure that they feel welcomed to this game and that they have the longevity to keep them, because I'm seeing a very big issue with retention. A lot of newer players on my, free-to-play account in my top 50, there's a lot of them no longer in a guild, or they're just not keeping these long-term players because either burnout, they don't find Coliseum very fun. We got to make sure it is landed in the great spot for this month, because it's going to be a really important month to attract newer players to the game, because that's the most healthy part about a mobile game, is to make sure newer players are coming in and you're keeping those newer players. So very, very important. But what I want to talk about today is what I think is coming in terms of if it is surrounded by Mandalorian content. Here's the biggest question, is will this reflect previous seasons of The Mandalorian and then maybe lead into a legendary for the movie? Or are they going to go right into characters from the movie and lead into a legendary character from the movie? So we're here to speculate and to talk about it, and I want to hear your guys' opinion towards the end of the video in the comment section as always. So personally, I think we might, I'm 50-50 with it right now, because we might, not know enough about these characters, but CG does, and they don't want, Lucasfilm might have a thing with, like, releasing characters at the same time with the reception of the film. I think for the most part, Mando and Grogu is a very loved series and a very cool character that many, many fans are going to know and want. So it seems kind of like the right time for this to happen. So I'm here to speculate and see what possible characters could be coming. So first off, I have a bunch of screenshots of different characters that I think might join Galaxy of Heroes that could help lift up other factions or even create a new faction for somehow and those sorts. So first up, Peli Motto, who is a droid specialist / works with Jawas in Mandalorian Season 3, and I believe has some appearances in Season 2. I could be way off about that, but she could be a possible new character that could be a new leader for a droid faction, or possibly just some synergy with droids. Or maybe they make a new Mandalorian team, including this character, with the new Mando and Grogu or something like that. But I think she'd be a cool aspect to the game. She's pretty funny in the show, and you never know. I mean, she's a pretty important character. She builds his new starship and stuff like that. Very, very possible. I know she has some synergy with droids. She's like kind of like an engineer of some sort. So I think it's possible we could see Peli Motto come to the game, but I want to know what you guys think. That's option number 1 for a potential marquee. Option number 2, rest in peace to Reef Cargo. Really awesome actor, was awesome in Rocky. I've known him ever since I was a kid watching the Rocky movies, and he was amazing in The Mandalorian. So really awesome character. We already have a version of him in the game as a bounty hunter. We could end up getting a newer version of Grief Karga as a potential constable, maybe, of upholding the law. Seems to be very good at that in Season 3, with all the pirates invading and stuff like that, so you never know. We could maybe potentially get a new Grief Karga that would fit into the new Cobb Vanth team. You never know. Just speculating here. It could be possible a new Grief Karga is coming to Galaxy of Heroes with a new Mando era, but I don't know. We got to see if it's going to be revolving around Season 3 or whatnot. So that's another potential option for a marquee character for a constable kind of faction. Next up, Dr. Pershing, or, you know, from the cloning kind of thing. I don't know where he would fit in. I did do a search. He's not considered ISB, but he is a part of the Empire for their clone testing. So I don't know if that's getting into spoilers for Mando Season 2 and 3, but he was in charge of the whole cloning process. We see Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, you know, or Moff Gideon trying to clone himself in Season 3. He was a big part of that. He was using Grogu's blood and stuff like that. The question is where could he fit in the game, possibly? Maybe with Empire. Like I said, I don't think he's considered ISB, so I don't know where he could slot in. But he's another character that could do some pretty complex and cool things with. So maybe we see a Dr. Pershing in Galaxy of Heroes. You never know. But kind of interesting character. I would love to see it. Next up, we have Axe Woves for a potential Mandalorian faction kind of thing. And I don't know if you would consider him a Bo-Katan lifter unit, or you can have him as a separate Mandalorian leader, possibly. He was pretty cool in the show. In Season 3, he kind of had his own capital ship and is like a commander kind of thing. So, more Mandalorians in this game would be awesome. But the question is how would he slot in? As a leader, a Bo-Katan lifter unit, or just... You never know. I think he'd be cool to have. I think for sure one day we will get him. Obviously, we need more Mandalorians, and it would be pretty cool. So, that's kind of like my mindset with like Mandalorian Season 3, potentially, and then leading into a legendary character. We could see those characters, but not a for sure sold. I could be crazy. You guys could be like, Vex, absolutely not. But just speculating for some fun. Now, we're going to get into characters from the Mando and Grogu trailer. That is it. I don't know anything about spoilers, nothing about the story. This is all potential for the trailer footage only. So if you guys don't like looking at trailers before the movie comes out, I highly suggest you guys don't watch the rest of this, because we're going to be talking about characters from specifically the trailer. The first one I want to talk about as a potential either marquee or legendary character is going to be the new Hutt, Rhoda the Hutt, who I believe is Jabba's son. I mean, this guy is jacked out of his mind. He seems to be the main antagonist for the film. We don't know that for sure. It seems like the Hutts are a serious issue when it comes to Mando and Grogu in this trailer. So we could see a version of Rhoda the Hutt as a marquee character, or potentially a maybe legendary character. I don't know for sure, but the question is where could we fit in Rhoda the Hutt? Would he be kind of like a pirate, a smuggler, bounty hunter, Hutt cartel? I don't know for sure, but it's possible that we do see a new Hutt character coming to Galaxy of Heroes to tie in with the movie. The big question is how would they fit him in? Would he be considered a large character? Would he work in with Jabba? Could he be a Jabba lifter unit or something like that? I don't know for sure. We don't know anything about the story, but it's all possible these characters could be coming to the game. Which leads into number 2. Embo is in the trailer, and that could... Galaxy of Heroes has absolutely no problem bringing in multiple versions of characters, so we could end up seeing a rework or a boost to Embo, but knowing Capital Games, they're going to want to be bringing in newer versions of characters, so maybe we see a different type of Embo come to Galaxy of Heroes. You never know. You never know. He's going to be in the trailer. We know what it's like of having characters that have less than 5 seconds of screen time. We have Darkside Vision Rey, who's not even a legit thing, is in the game, so possibly a new version of the Embo could be coming. Pure speculation. All for fun. All for fun. So, that's the next possible option. Next up, guys. I mean, you're going to call me crazy. I don't know how this is going to fit in, but how cool would it be to have Babu Freak as some sort of playable character or part of another unit in this game? Possibly with a Mando, a new Mando, possibly. I don't know. It's just like, he's such a cute character. He's funny. I don't know. I'm just pulling strings here. I think that having a Babu Freak would be pretty cool somehow. Obviously, he's not going to be a playable character. He's like the size of like this. But if they could add them to something or someone possibly tied to the movie, that would be pretty cool. So let me know down below if you guys think that we're going to see a Babu freak coming. And what does this all lead to? I don't know. I'm speculating. I'm speculating to possible legendaries, because we all know when eras come, there's going to be a legendary unit towards the end. And this might be a surprise, might not be a surprise. I know we already have him as a legendary character, but this could lead into something different. We can have another legendary character for him, and new Mando and Grogu legendary unit for the game to tie into the movie somehow. So we have Mandalorian Beskar armor as a legendary character. We can also have a new version of him. Maybe we have like Mando Exile or something like that, or you know, like he's not part of the code anymore. He takes his helmet off. Who knows how they're going to have it, but I wouldn't be surprised if all of this leads to a new Mando and Grogu legendary character towards the end of that era, and I'd be pretty cool with that. I think Mandalorian content makes sense for being next, but I don't know for sure. I kind of think it'd be in CG's best interest to tie in the current movie with what's going on in game, to bring in a new audience, attract many new players, while also keeping the current fan base happy, because I think Mando is a very loved character, and I think a lot of us are excited for the movie. And with this included, they have a great opportunity to land new bosses for the Coliseum. If you guys look in the trailer, there's obviously a lot of different monsters in that trailer. I don't know the exact names of them. I'm not going to show the screenshots or the trailer right now, but if you guys do look at the trailer, there's a ton of different beasts in there that could be included as a boss. They could even add the Mudhorn in Season 1 or 2 of the Mando as different bosses for Coliseum to make it interesting. So I do suspect that we're going to get a Mando era. I do suspect we're going to get new bosses to tie in to the specific era and possibly ties into the new movie. So I want to know what you guys think down below. Am I absolutely crazy and speculating this? Am I way off with these characters, or could this potentially be a thing? So my question to you guys, am I right? And what characters do you think are coming along with the Mando era? Or Vex, are you completely out of your mind? This is not coming next. Let me know what you think is going to be the next era. So guys, nice quick video, nice fun speculation. Just want to see what you guys think, and I'm looking forward to it, because Andor, as fun of a show as it is, I'm looking forward to some fun action and Galaxy of Heroes that's really going to spark a lot more interest. So if you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. On the road to 10,000 subs, I would appreciate it if you guys support me. And with that being said, may the Force be with you all, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.